Hey guys, SuchAWarmonger here, and you're watching 3 vs 3 Kingdom of Heaven. This is an attackers versus defenders scenario. And over here, spawning in the south, we've got Dominik in blue playing as the... Let's see what they've got. Looks like they've got Burgundians, Turks, and Slavs. So they're Ayabits. So Dominik in blue playing as the Saracens because they randomed it. Kmaleon and Cyan playing as the Turks. He did not random this, so he actually is playing as the Turks. And a new player, Camarogo. So he hasn't played before, so he's a new player. He's playing as also the Saracens because of the default civs. On the defender's side, in gray, we've got Makim. He is the Franks because he picked Gurjaras, but the default is Franks. In orange, we got myself, SuchAWarmonger, playing as the Italians. And in red, we've got Aksel playing as the Teutons. Okay, so already we've got Kmaleon deciding to establish his camp way off to the east. And Dominik doing the opposite side on the west. It appears that they're trying to stay away from this hill because this is a very powerful defensive position for the defenders. Camarogo, still learning the game. Let's see what he's up to. What is he up to? Where's his supply wagon? I am very curious, actually. We got Dominik still establishing his camp here. Pretty secure location, hard to raid, just because you can kind of seal these areas. You can at least make a little buffer here, and then like maybe seal the back with your tents. But at this point, I can see that Camarogo has his supply wagon over here just by this southeastern hill. Not sure what they're up to. Camarogo is chopping wood dangerously close to the defender's point, and I am going out with my spearmen to start taking them out. Okay. This is not good for Camarogo. He's losing a lot of vills right here.
See.
So as a newer player, he is sending out... Oh, he did train some medium cavalry already. I'm fairly sure he doesn't know about charge, so I don't think he charged in here. But his cavalry are strong enough to pretty much wipe all of these spearmen out. Fairly certain. Yes, there's just not enough spearmen. For spearmen, you need a wall of pure spearmen to kind of stop this much heavy cavalry. Though we did take out a fair amount of we were able to take out 4 very important elite heavy cavalry though, and those cannot be replaced by Camarogo. Let's see if he's finally able to deploy his supply depot, and he was, and it is protected by Kmaleon's side, so he's kind of split. We did not... No, I don't think we knew that Dominik was on this side, but here comes an attack from Kmaleon. He is not using his charge ability, doesn't look like. Oh, he is getting a little bit sandwiched here. Okay. Okay, he was able to pull back without any losses. Okay, a lot of early action here. Let's switch to in-game mode. Over here. Let's close capture age. Alright. A couple more cavalry lost by Camarogo. He's starting to learn the game a little bit. Aksel making a little bit of a mistake, just losing one of his light cavalry. And his general's in grave danger. He needs to pull this back. Okay, he's got a lot of crossbowmen, which are very good against anything elite or heavy, because they usually have good armor, and these ignore armor. Camarogo is pulling back. A lot of early action here. Okay. Otto von Brandenburg is right at the front for seemingly no good reason. Not necessarily to be here right now. Let's see how many swordsmen he's got. Okay, he's got 20. He's got 20. So if you look at the general, he is helping 20 of his units fight. Camarogo is gonna lose another Kosaki. So those cannot be replaced. And his general, Faruk Shah, is in the midst of battle as well. In danger of losing his general as well. And this is quite the push from the defenders. Quite the sally out. Aksel doing his best to like use his crossbowmen. Let's see what he's targeting. Okay, okay. Faruk Shah has fallen. What's he shooting actually? So crossbowmen do have a... Oh, okay. So they're actually hitting the skirmish tent by accident because of the low projectile. Okay, here comes Kmaleon with his... They are charging. These Kosaki are charging. It's dangerous. Whatever they hit at this point. Okay, so they did an extra charge attack and they did kill a bunch of crossbowmen. But now he should probably pull back Kmaleon. There's just too many spearmen here. And that's what he's doing. It's quite a big battle. Otto von Brandenburg kind of going out in the middle of nowhere. Now his general is in danger of falling. He's not as fast as the others. I'm not sure what he's doing. Thankfully, it's most... Uh-oh. He is surrounded. Aksel's general. Can he escape? Is he even aware that his general is over here? Oh my god. Okay, Aksel. This is going to be a 5% morale damage to the defenders. Here he goes. Otto von Brandenburg about to die. And Aksel finally notices it. Okay, it looks like there's a little bit of a, it's starting to calm down. This battle. Okay, let's take note of how everything's doing. So, Camarogo is starting to make a whole lot of skirmish time. Looks like he's mainly making range units. As a new player, new players tend to like range units. Which is fine as long as you know how to use them. Fortunately, it looks like Camarogo doesn't necessarily know how to use his range units. He's just making a whole bunch of cavalry archers here. These are light horse archers coming from the skirmish tents. And they are more expensive. So let's see. Anyway, the reinforcements from the defenders have arrived. Aksel with his more powerful Imperial Knights are here. The rest of us just having Hospitaller Knights coming in. Okay, Knight has fallen because it's 9 PM. So if you take a look at what Aksel can see, he cannot see his allies and his vision is impaired. Line of sight is much lower now. So this is what Aksel can see. He knows he's being bombarded. And it looks like Kmaleon is doing a right-click strategy. Just trying to take down the Bastion of Al-Aqsa. So here's what Kmaleon can see. He's got a couple trebuchets protected. This is a good... I always recommend doing this so that you're protected from raids. And let's take a look at what Dominik is up to. He has a lot of woodcutters here. He has pretty much the maximum amount of villagers, which is good. He's got one villager somewhere else. I don't know what that one villager's up to. I guess I didn't read this because if I had known that Dominik is just all alone here, I probably would have sallied out with more units. Because the danger with being this isolated as an attacker is it's not as easy to get the support from your attacking allies. So if the defenders just decided to sally out, then he would have been 3 versus 1 in this area, which is obviously bad for Dominik. Thankfully for Dominik, I wasn't even aware, because, you know, at nighttime you can't see these archers. So from my point of view, SuchAWarmonger, I don't know, I can't see all of this. I posted some defenses over here, but I can't see any of this. Okay. Now we got Camarogo just running around the city with his light horse archers, using up a lot of food as a newer player. So let's take a look at the food situation. He's getting a little bit low, and he's unnecessarily losing a lot of these horse archers to crossbowmen, because crossbowmen are pretty hard counter to horse archers, just because their crossbow bolts fire much faster. I mean, like, the actual arrows, the actual bolts, travel much faster through the air and have a lower projectile arc and a smaller attack dispersion. So it's just very good against horse archers. Let's see what Dominik is up to. Dominik, over here in the south, starting to think about attacking the southwest corner. If we take a look from my side, I'm only slightly aware of this. I do see that there's a battering ram here. I tried to set up a wall here because I thought most of the enemy was going to come here. I did not think about this south corner being a problem. Here comes Dominik with a whole bunch of troops. I didn't even notice this at all. My attention must have been somewhere else. Now I notice it. It's a little too late. He is going to capture the southwest tower. And he's attacking the gate. So not much happening anywhere else in the map. Okay, I do take his battering ram out, but Dominik is gonna try to take the gate down. And he's got archers as well, just shooting. Probably attack ground. Actually, it is attack ground because I can't see what they're up to. I do send my sergeants out here to fight. And sergeants are very good at killing levy units. I see the danger, and then Dominik is gonna go, it looks like, for the Syrian exchange. Once again, at nighttime, you cannot see what your allies are doing. So Makim, this is what Makim sees. But he doesn't know that there's this big battle over here. Now, the danger for me as SuchAWarmonger is that my sergeants are good against levy units, but they're terrible against heavy cavalry and elite heavy cavalry. So I have to pull them back if possible. And I'm trying to move my spearmen here to save them, because I don't really want to lose my sergeants. But here comes, just at the wrong time, perfect timing from Kmaleon for a pincer movement, because I didn't see him coming. Now this wall would have been great right here to keep these guys out, but then I moved my wall, so now I have to fall back completely. And I'm so afraid. I only have 4 sergeants here, so that's a huge waste of gold on my part. If we look at my I only have 441 left, and that's really unfortunate. I don't know where Gray's general has fallen. It's probably here, because Dominik was able to send a whole bunch of men and then ambush Makim's general, who was just hanging out over here. And now it looks like he might even kill my general. I did not notice this was happening either. I mean, he is very strong, but when he's surrounded like this and he's trapped, that's it. So basically, every general from the defending side has fallen. My general dies as well, trying to defend the Church of Holy Sepulchre. And at the same time, the Church of Holy Sepulchre has been captured. This is very bad. This is bad for the defenders. There's a lot going on. From the point of view of Camarogo, he's basically just attacking the castle with units. Obviously, you can't do this. So Camarogo, his inexperience more like, it's showing, thinking that he could just attack a 20,000 with this much armor with regular units, but that is not something that you can do. Here I am trying to deal with Dominik's incursion in the southwest, but Dominik sees all of these knights. I start with 30. Let's see how many survive. They are very good at killing levy units, and they're pretty good against medium infantry as well. So Dominik has a lot of gulams, which are medium infantry. But I use my elite infantry to try to stop this, but at the cost of like being just peppered with arrows. There, these are irreplaceable on the defender side, and I already lost 9. But they are doing the job. They're stopping this from going out of control. So you can see they're doing their job. They're doing really well at killing a whole lot of. In fact, they're keeping our morale up pretty well because like, they're just better. They're just better. The problem is Dominik. If we take a look from Dominik's side, he has his archers trying to like support his men. Thankfully, we've got Makim here trying to chase archers away, but they are ambushed by elite heavy cavalry. So even though he has spearmen here, these elite heavy cavalry are just way too strong. In fact, in the newest and latest version as of this recording, I have removed the splash damage that these guys used to do. Thankfully for myself, there's not enough infantry here for to capture Zion Gate, because that would be a disaster, because Kmaleon and Dominik would most definitely try to enter the Zion Gate from this side. So the sun has risen. And now everybody can see what their allies can see. And so far in this game, we don't have an actual breakthrough from the attackers. They are starting to work hard on the Bastion of Alaska. But Aksel, thankfully, he has a good... He's about 50 stone, so he's able to repair this. Because so right now there are... Oh, wow, that's actually a lot of trebuchets from Kmaleon. 9! They must have given him all the stone. Except for Dominik. He asked for all the stone from Camarogo, so he has about twice the number +1. Because Camarogo gave him all his stone. That's an intense number of trebuchets, and they're all protected as well. This is gonna be hard to deal with. Now Dominik, over here on the south, thinking about popping in, but there are units here. Oh my god, here comes Dominik killing a whole bunch of elite knights. I'm down to 8 irreplaceable knights, which is very scary for me. Because if you look at Makim, he's still got 29. He's only lost 1. But I lost most of my elite infantry. And now that clears the way for Dominik to try it again. To pop in. Now Camarogo does not know how to enter the siege tower. Once again, his inexperience showing. And he's actually kind of blocking the way for all of this infantry to enter the city, unfortunately. So, if you've never used a siege tower, basically, you can enter your allied siege towers. And all you have to do is, once it's mounted, you can see that it's mounted from the drawbridge on the siege tower itself. If it's mounted, you would see that, and then you just right-click your allied siege tower and you just pop over. It's a great tool in this map in particular because these walls are so strong. Their armor is so high and their HP is fairly good at 6,000. Obviously not as good as the 20,000 of a Bastion of Al-Aqsa. Here comes Kmaleon, preparing to attack. Start to clear the way. Clear all these low walls. This is the Templar wall, and then this is the Templar single gate. I guess, I'm not sure what's happening here. But Camarogo is trying to use a siege tower to pop into the temple mount. Unfortunately, he's just feeding the defender's morale because he's popping over really weak swordsmen. And there are sergeants, like cavalry sergeants here, waiting for them, which can like easily slaughter them. So far, right now, we don't have a lot of breakthroughs, but we do have a stream of levy units coming in from Aksel and Makim for seemingly no reason. I'm not sure why they're not like putting them in a big chunk and attacking. They're kind of just streaming in. Thankfully for Makim, he does have some sergeants mixed in, which does help. So you can see they're probably gonna win. Uh-oh. They're probably gonna win the infantry battle over here. Makim down to 22. I think Dominik is actually targeting these elite infantry, knowing that they are irreplaceable. That's actually a very, very good move and very dangerous. When you push units away from the wall with your archers, what you need to do that as a defender is you need to like just fight back so that you can keep your units here. And then what will happen is, if you start fighting back as a defender with your own archers, then his archers cannot just simply concentrate on fighting your infantry. He's going to have an archer versus archer battle. And that'll allow you to keep your men by the walls, and then that'll prevent the attackers from just easily coming in with their siege towers. So archers are necessary. You really need to use combined arms tactics to overcome the defenders. And now the corner tower, close to going down. This is a pretty hard one to repair. You can only fit maybe 2 here to try to repair it. Aksel deciding that's not worth it. I'll just hold on to the single gate over here. Kmaleon sending some units over, but same problem over here. There's just too much good units here. There's Imperial Knights right here ready to fight over here. Now, if Camarogo at this moment in time did bring all of his horse archers, if Camarogo had all his horse archers like right over here in this corner, with this tower being down, he could have like rained arrows because he'd have a direct line of sight to rain arrows in this little area if he did use attack ground. Meanwhile, I'm trying to defend. I'm trying to repair the Al-Aqsa Bastion. I have a good amount of stone to try to repair it. So it's still staying up pretty well. Looks like Makim has committed at least 3 of his elite infantry to this area. Unfortunately, they are getting surrounded and they will go down fairly quickly. I mean, they're pretty good at fighting, but not this good. That wouldn't even be fair if they were. That would be like a hero. Camarogo once again trying his best to go over here, but you got Aksel shooting into the masses of infantry with his crossbowmen. I know that they're good against horse archers, but obviously if they're not doing anything, go ahead and use attack ground on this area. And just massacre the enemy. More siege towers being brought to try to drop things over. But it is just infantry. There's infantry waiting here. This doesn't look like it's going to be very successful. Another tower goes down. So that's the second tower down. This is not a bad strategy, just taking all these towers down. Because when you take all the towers down, then you can establish fire superiority. Because they will, there's nothing to soak up all of the arrow fire. All of the arrow fire will automatically just start shooting at the enemy instead of the enemy towers. Okay, so we got an attack from Dominik. Pretty much attacking mostly peasant bowmen or peasant archers, which is a great. I mean, you're not really using that much. You've got like a couple gulams here and there, which are medium infantry. But he's doing good because there's only pretty much one medium infantry sergeant protecting these archers. This is a good move from Dominik. It's very cheap. He's killing a lot of archers here. But now his units are gonna die because there are elite infantry here to help fight this. Now I'm asking for a rally outside. Because you need to communicate with your allies whether or not you're an attacker or a defender. Oh, that's a massacre of horse archers right there. And now he finally does it, and I'm able to pop out of the Bastion of Al-Aqsa. You know you could pop out here too, but it looks like it's blocked. Because this is a single gate postern. You can pop in and out of the city through here as well. But I am popping out from the Bastion of Al-Aqsa, and then just like gonna attack these units over here. Now this single gate, actually if Kmaleon captures this area, he will have access to this single gate and he can use that as well, aside from the siege towers, to pop in and out if he wants to. Now Camarogo coming in, but not necessarily capturing the gate of Jehoshaphat here in the northeast. That's probably a better move, is to just like go here first, open it up, then you don't need your siege tower to come in. But once again, he's a newer player. He doesn't know that you need 15 infantry to capture this gate to let his units in. These towers have been mounted for the longest time, but I guess he's not aware. He's finally moving his units. Actually, no, they're just reacting automatically to Makim's light cavalry, which are... I don't know why his light cavalry are here. Aksel just pushing out some medium units with some elite infantry here. I guess he wants to attack the trebuchets. Now, they are using Flame Shot. Let's see if they're attacking. Yes, they are attacking the Zion Gate. And Flame Shot has a specialty against gates. And units, but really about gates. Okay, what is this? So the attack here in the Temple Mount going really well. Camarogo kind of like just hanging out here. But here's the main story at this point is these trebuchets from Dominik using Flame Shot to try to take down the Zion Gate. I'm trying my best to repair it, but against Flame Shot, it's going to be a tough battle, especially with only one villager repairing. Running low on stone as well, only 25. Dominik getting ready to enter. He has to be careful because these flame shots do have a slightly higher blast width. You can see over there, 0.75. So any flame shots that land in the general area will have a slight area of effect damage. You can see that right there. He was able to kill my villager. Actually, he killed my villager with these gulams. Very good move from Dominik, trying to ensure that the Zion Gate goes down. So they did capture this. They can use the single gate if they wanted to, but the Zion Gate is really close now. He keeps sending men really close here. It's probably just because they want to aggro automatically against the tower. That's probably it. Dominik's general over here, Saladin himself, getting ready to come in. Alright, this is he's actually doing this attack very well. He's got his archers. I don't really have an answer at this point to his archers, but in a surprise move, Kmaleon is able to capture the Golden Gate and sends his elite heavy cavalry along with some medium cavalry in. All of these crossbowmen with their minimum range and their low health are super vulnerable to this cavalry attack. Gonna be able to kill a lot. These swordsmen are also vulnerable as well, but now there's a big group of units over here. Zion Gate really close to going down, and there it finally goes down. Okay, so Kmaleon up here in the Temple Mount, in the Dome of the Rock, is pulling back because this is a huge... Actually, if he targets all of this, that's going to be very good. Now, you're noticing that these crossbowmen are hardly firing at all. Their rate of fire is very low. Now, Kmaleon is actually deciding, I probably need to maybe get out of here. Oh my god, that was a huge volley from Aksel. He killed a whole lot of horse archers. They also have low health, if you notice. So these crossbowmen are doing great work. Kmaleon is actually committing to this battle. I'm not sure if he did a charge attack, but he's gonna lose a lot of his... he's gonna lose a lot of his irreplaceable elite heavy cavalry. So let's take a look at that, actually. How many does he have left? Only 5. You cannot replace these. There's only 2 left. Oh my god, only 1 left. He was completely pushed out of the Golden Gate, and the Golden Gate, they pushed back. In fact, Aksel still has attack ground. He might kill his own men. He might kill his own men. If he doesn't stop attack grounding. Yes, he has attack ground on. You have to remember, attack ground is very powerful, but you have to remember to stop doing it. Unless you kill your own men. He's actually killing his own gate? By accident. Oh, actually, Kmaleon still has some cavalry here. Oh, more of these horse archers just getting massacred by crossbowmen. Oh. Dominik just running around, capturing little points that are just going to be captured back. No, he didn't capture it back, unfortunately. Dominik also capturing this south tower. This group might be able to fight back if he decides that his men need to fight. Because these are medium infantry, and there's a lot of them. There's only like 3 cavalry here, so they might be able to kill them. And that looks like that's what's going to happen. And now suddenly Dominik's men are going to wipe out all of these forces. It's especially because like this whole area is open, and now he's threatening to capture the Tower of David, which is very scary. Dominik continuing to run around annoyingly and capturing little points. Oh, the Kmaleon had a rally point here, but now I've got medium infantry here that are just gonna absolutely destroy these levy units, because that's their specialty. Alright. All of these horse archers from Kmaleon. The way you use the horse archer, if you're on the attack, unfortunately, you can't leave them alone to fight. Like, you might as well just buy regular archers. The way you use horse archers as an attack is they are micro-intensive. You have to move them forward, fire, move them back, move them forward, fire, move them back. Just make them hard targets. Unfortunately, it's a losing battle against crossbowmen because crossbowmen are cheaper and they have a pretty good chance of hitting those horse archers. So, there's only 14 minutes left. Defenders at 61% morale, so they're doing pretty good. The attackers are being dangerous because they pretty much control the whole southern part of the city. See, they're even capturing the Postern of the Tanners. And now, my range units are trapped here. I've got these expensive Pazviz crossbowmen, which cost a lot of gold in these numbers. I'm trying to pull them out, but unfortunately, they're not the best at running away because they have 0.6 speed versus the 0.75 of the spearmen. And other things. Oh my god, that was a massacre. Dominik used his charging ability to massacre my peasant crossbowmen, and now my Pazviz crossbowmen are trapped. Oh my god. My poor crossbowmen. Trying my best to run away. My poor crossbowmen. I am making a big push to take big chunks of the south, though. I could recapture this southern tower. Oh, my poor crossbowmen. I only have... Okay, 2 survived. 3 survived over here. There's a big battle here. I am trying to push these units back. I do have sergeants mixed in. So, and it's nighttime. Usually, nighttime is a bad time for the defenders, but in this case, with the attackers' attacks being so disjointed, it is actually pretty good for the defenders to do. And Aksel knows this. He's also making a sally out over here in the north with his elite infantry. So these guys are super strong. Let's see if they can push all the way to this trebuchet. It's possible. We're trying our best to repair the Bastion of Al-Aqsa. But now I'm using this opportunity to pop into... Let's see what I'm doing. Okay, so I use the Postern, and this is what a Postern is supposed to be used. You can use a Postern to pop in and out of the city. And because I did that, I'm taking out these trebuchets of Dominik. I still have a fierce battle over here on the left. This is actually a pretty good... thing right here. Oh my god, we just lost the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Dominik just came in, all casual, committed his all of his elite heavy cavalry here. He has 20 as well, so he has a full group over here. Super dangerous units. All of his trebuchets died though. Also, he's losing the battle over here. So once again, we control the south, except for the Zion Gate. And we even control the southwest tower. So now the foothold of the attackers is just at the Zion Gate. And now I'm trying to take it back as well. This is what Dominik sees. But I do have a lot of sergeants here. And not only that, I'm also going in, trying to target his archers. I think my group will be able to take these guys out. And now the archers cannot support his men over here fighting at the Zion Gate. And there's a sandwich coming from Makim. It's a perfect sandwich to try to take the Zion Gate back. But from Dominik's point of view, he is just holding on, and this is the right call. Actually, if he could just pop into the Church of Holy Sepulchre a bit. He doesn't know that there's units here, but I would try that. But right now, he is just holding on to the Church of Holy Sepulchre because about every 30 seconds, 1% morale, as long as you hold onto it, is lost for the defenders. But we do take the Zion Gate back, so we're gaining some morale back. And we have pushed the enemies out. If I was Dominik, I would start concentrating fire in this zone right here. That's a very juicy target. Just attack ground so that the enemy can't see you. And, like, that's going to be a massacre. Dominik, using his charge, I assume, just to fight all of these infantry don't have a chance. Dominik is just going to keep holding on to Church of Holy Sepulchre until they commit Spearmen. Meanwhile, the Dome of the Rock has been captured by Kmaleon. This is a very dangerous moment for the defenders. Defenders are on the back foot. So that's 2. So now every 30 seconds, the defenders lose 2% morale, which is a big blow. Because it's dangerous, because now the defenders must commit to attacking these 2 areas. Actually, Dominik does abandon this. If I was Dominik, I would have just held on to this. That's not a lot of spearmen, and he has a charge ability. If he wanted to, I could still fight. But we're trying our best to take Dome of the Rock back. Dominik captured the Syrian exchange. Now he cuts the defender income to just 2/3 instead of 3 out of 3, because each one of these points, this is one of the points that gives the defenders 1 out of 3. Oh my god, is he going to use the charge here? He's going to use the charge here. Watch this. This is why I nerfed the splash damage. Splash damage, nerf. And that's it. Like, he just killed a whole bunch of units there. That's why I nerfed splash damage. It's insane. Once these units die, the Dome of the Rock will come back to the defender's side. Once these units die. But you can see the double, like... Oh my god. Okay, so let's see. There's only about 2 men left. And then the Dome of the Rock is going to be recaptured by the defenders. Oh, there's 1 unit right here. Oh, there you go. He left the zone. This one Raider actually doing some damage. Okay, there's 7 minutes left. The attackers doing a lot of damage to the defenders. Alright. Okay, Dominik continuing to run around with his elite heavy cavalry. And the Syrian exchange still under control. So we are, if you look, the income isn't as fast for the defenders. Okay, the Gate of Darkness has been recaptured. So these gates were under the control of the attackers, and then they captured it back. Okay, but if you look at the resources, the attackers are pretty much out of gas. It's just Dominik who knows how to manage his resources and keep the attacks going. He does have his general here helping, and he's helping 37 swordsmen attack, but he doesn't notice that Makim is just massacring his archers. You need to keep these archers alive. He does finally notice he's pulling them back. But I don't know where Makim came from, but that was a very good move. He killed a whole lot. Dominik continuing to be... Oh, he's charging again. So these charges are relentless. So it's a 2-minute 2-minute cooldown for every charge. So you could technically charge like 22 times in the game if you charge every time. Now his units gonna get surrounded. What is he doing? Dominik, you can see his armor is 4. It's very strong. In this scenario at least. Now Dominik trying to push in with Saladin helping. And because Saladin is here helping 20 or 19 of his swordsmen, they do have a faster attack speed compared to like the regular swordsman here. That's normal swordsman attack speed is 3. Kmaleon is trying to fight, but with so many sergeants here in this area, it's not gonna happen. Doesn't have... Oh my god. How did Saladin's general die? Dominik's general Saladin has died. I'm not sure how. I don't know if it was like a... Oh, I know. I used my peasant archers. So Saladin was on stand ground right outside trying to help his men. And I was able to do like 3 volleys without Dominik noticing. And now Saladin is down. He's dead. Sniped by peasants and a couple Pavis crossbowmen. You gotta be careful with your general. There's only 4 minutes left and the defenders have retaken most of their points. This doesn't look good for the attackers, guys. Just saying. Just looking at the resources. Camarogo does have a lot of units now, but Dominik is committing his elite heavy cavalry to try to make something happen. But now that they're committed, and we know that they cannot be replaced because I've said that many times. Let's see how many survive. So they're very powerful, but when they're just doing a stand and fight like this, you're gonna slowly lose a few at a time. So there, he lost 6. This is the only way you can, this is one of the ways you can deal with elite heavy cavalry. Of course, you can commit your own heavy cavalry to fight against them, or medium cavalry to just charge against them and then run away because they're faster. Those are other ways to deal with elite heavy cavalry. Dominik just attack grounding into the middle of nowhere, because that can happen like you've seen earlier. But now, the defenders, I can feel victory. I can feel it. 3 minutes left, 44% morale. Technically, if the attackers come out of nowhere, if they can start capturing little points. So 5% morale here, 2% morale here, 2% morale here, 3% morale here. They can start capturing undefended points. And you know what's a really important undefended point? Is Tancred's Tower. That's 10 morale right there. It can build up. So with 3 minutes left in the game, it's not necessarily over. I mean, you can capture more morale here. More morale here. You know? Then suddenly the defenders can just lose. Just from little points. But this sally forth coming from Makim is very effective. All of these trebuchets gone for just cheap swordsmen. That's 3 down. Wow. I have to say that Kmaleon did an amazing job with his siege. He killed every tower here, every defensive point. If Camarogo had his masses of archers right here, they will automatically just fire at all of this. There's nothing here anymore, nothing. This is like a dream scenario. If this happened like 15 minutes earlier, if it happened 15 minutes earlier, it would have, you know, all of this could have just died to archers. And then they could have maybe even take the Al-Aqsa Mosque with medium infantry and cavalry. Especially charging into it. Dominik, if he wants, at this moment, it's like 2%. 2 minutes left, 1 minute left. Now you got the last minute. So this is how many in-game ticks there are. It's pretty much over, guys. This whole area is protected. And also there's like a sandwich going on here. And I think actually Camarogo has his units on move command. And so now they're sandwiched as well. This is a massacre. So the defender morale is going down a little bit just from losing point after point. But it might actually go up, or at least stabilize, because they're just going to lose a lot more men. This is the power of stand ground, by the way. Its body blocking is very powerful in this game. Yeah, Dominik finally captures this. 13% morale. It's really... Technically, if they had a group right here, Tancred's Tower gone, Postern ladder gone, that's 13% morale lost. The defenders would have lost. So I would say, in my opinion, this was a close match. Even with Camarogo being a new player, this was a pretty close match. Alright. Defenders pretty much did most things right. So I'm going to talk about more of what the attackers did wrong and right. So what the attackers did right, Kmaleon did an amazing job asking for stone, communicating with Camarogo, asking for stone, and annihilating all of the defenses here. Right? Dominik did a good job being able to, like, I don't know, survive and not be attacked. And, like, cause a problem on the opposite side of the city. So, already the defenders are split in 2 points. So, defenders have to defend here, and defenders have to defend here, which makes it hard. And, Camarogo even, like, made a third point of attack. So it's actually surprising that the defenders won, to be honest. The problem is, a lot of this took kind of too long to set up. And not necessarily the fault of Camarogo, he just started learning the game. This is his first match. So for his first match, he did fairly well. What I would do as a new player is don't focus too much on levy units, right? And also, don't focus too much on range units. You need to be able to use your gold on medium units, like Gulams. Let's see if I can find the Gulam here. There's one there. That's a medium infantry. So the medium infantry are good against the very cheap goldless infantry, right? So I'd make those, or I'd make cavalry and use charge, right? Cavalry's weakness is spearmen, so they've got a little more, you know, but they're a little more, and they're more expensive in food, so they're kind of harder to manage, but if you can keep them alive, you can see how amazing they can be. Dominik has 12 units running around here. Dominik lost his trebuchets over here. I would have kept them protected. It was nice that they were attacking and killing the Bastion of Al-Aqsa. And just be aware that you can capture other points. Like all of these points definitely are more than 9%. Like this is, I think this is 3% or maybe even 5% if you capture this. This is 5%. This is 3%. This is 10%. This is 2%. Is another 5%. So like, yeah, capture points. If you don't think you're winning in the kill to death ratio fight, win in the point capturing fight. So let's take a look. Dominik had, I think this is archers, to be honest. He's really good at using his archers. Aksel also had a very good kill to death ratio. So I think Aksel did a great job defending over here, and he also let his towers do a lot of work. So each one of these towers shoots 2 arrows, which is really good. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I do hope that there are more players that come in that are watching these on YouTube. If you make it this far to the video, please like and subscribe so we can get more views, and hopefully that translates to more players. I'll see you in the next one.